Hey everyone, welcome back to Polished Gaming here with another week of weekly pickups. Now without further ado, we'll get straight into it. This week we've got a bundle deal from Sam Mudgeway at Respect Retro Gaming. This one here is Bratz Forever Diamonds. This was an upgrade for me. My last one basically had mint, absolutely mint CD. I sent it away, got it skimmed, came back exactly the same. So sometimes you get those ones where there's no scratches on it. They look really good, but unfortunately yeah, they just don't work. So this was an upgrade at $20. I'm pretty happy to get that. Trying to go for the full Bratz set for PS2. I think with this one here, Bratz Rock Angels, it's another $20 game that I got. This one here, I think there's four. And I think I got three. So I think the last one that I need is the heavier one, which is not really heavy, but it's 30 to 50 sometimes, depending on the day. Normally it sits around about 20 to 30, but some days it hikes up to 50. So you never know. I've been trying to get on the lookout for that one, so hopefully I'll be able to get that set and complete it. Next last one here is Guitar Hero 2. That's $20 that I got for that one. Trying to go for a full set of Guitar Hero for the PS2, and well, basically for every system that I collect for. I don't collect for PS3 and PS4. The reason that is because I really kind of went down the 360 and the Xbox One road, but I do have a little bit of collection. I think I've got about 50 or so games on PS3 and PS4. Yeah, I just basically try and collect the exclusives, anything that's really cheap in the op shops or anything like that. So yeah, I grab them when I can, when they're cheap, or when like I say, they're exclusives. But yeah, that's all for Sam Mudgeway at Respect Retro Gaming there. This next one is from Chris Whitechurn. Now with this, last week I did forget his YouTube channel, so I'll just look it up here. It's basically at Kiwi Retro Kiwi. Sorry, it's called Retro Kiwi. Basically on YouTube, pretty good little look at. He does a lot of op shop finds, so yeah, have a little look. Like and subscribe to his channel, and yeah, have a little look at this. From this, I got Lord of the Rings: Two Towers. This was $10. This completes my Lord of the Rings set for the Xbox original, so pretty stoked with that. Getting that. Next one here is X-Men Next Dimension. This was $8. Now, I didn't know at the start because you can't really see at the bottom here, but it does say Manuel Francais. Basically, yeah, it's in French. The whole lot's in French, but it is in English when you actually play the game. You can play it in English. Of course, it's a European, so you can play in any kind of Euro language like German, Italian, French, yeah, anything. And, of course, English. So, pretty happy to get that, but maybe I might upgrade it because I kind of do get a little bit of annoyed when I collect things that aren't in English, like my Amiibo Crossing, Amiibo Festival for Wii U. That one is in German, and I believe my Marvel vs. Capcom 1, actually, where is it? Marvel vs. Capcom. I've got it right here. Thunder Marvel. Wait, do it. Oh, it's X-Men vs. Capcom. Sorry, where are we here? It's X. Here we are. X-Men vs. Street Fighter. Now this one here, I went onto the back of it, and unfortunately it is in Spanish and Italian, but no English, so pretty gutted. Everything on the side is exactly the same and all fine, it's just the back. And of course it plays in English. Being a fighting game, you don't really have to worry about it too much, but it does kind of annoy me that it is in French, so eventually I'm Spanish and Italian, so eventually I will upgrade. Same with this one. But cheers Chris Whitechurn for that, and yeah, and of course he's got my Buffy one that he accidentally left in a CD. I got that one this week, so that completes the Buffy set on the Xbox original. Now, next one here is from Trade Me. This was $10. Now, this one I have not seen come up before, and I looked it up, and it's about 16 to 18 on price charting and eBay. So, yeah, I had to get it. I need it. It was $10. But with this one here, I think there's one more that I need as a double pack, and there's a weird, obscure one, which is got Gears of War 1, I think Gears of War 2, and Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. So that's a real interesting mix of stuff. Rare and epic. It seems really weird. But happy to have this one. And yeah, I think I've got maybe one more. Two more, but one more that I know is legit. I've never seen anything about that Nuts and Bolts one. So this one here is a Worms the Revolution collection. Now this was $29. Fortunately, when I got this last week, it basically came completely not looking like what it was in the Trade Me auction. Had an NBA sticker. Clearly it was an NBA case that they've just swapped out. They said that they use stock images. The image wasn't a stock image. It literally looked like this, and then basically he's just sent it out with a case change. Then when I asked him about it, he said that sometimes they do swap the case out before they send them out. Why would you swap it to an inferior case when it clearly shows? It just annoyed me. So he sent out another one and got that. Probably won't go for him again. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. I think I think I've actually gone for him a couple of times. Alchemical, I think alchemical. Don't know how you say it. I think it's alchemical, but yeah. he's not a bad trade. It's just I don't like those kind of scummy tactics of, oh, it's a stock photo and all of this. And why just not show the actual physical item? When I do it on Trade Me, I show the physical item. If it's got a manual, I show the item and the manual. I don't show the CD. Some people go to the point of opening it up and flicking it upside down and showing the CD. I'm like, it's tested and working. I test it up to 5 minutes every single game. If it's not working after that, hey, if something happens, I will refund. I've got no quarrels with refunding. So I try to be as good with Trade Me as possible and be as customer orientated as possible with it. So that's why I don't get with a person with 33,000 feedback that he's doing stuff like this. So kind of annoyed me. But hey, got in the collection. Bit more in an obscure title, that one. But it comes with every single Worms game. Like all of them. All the DLC, all 5 DLC packs, all of them. So it's a pretty cool game. I like Worms. This one here is another one from Trade Me, $8. Cooking Mama. Pretty happy to have it at $8. Normally says it sits around about 12 to 15, but this one I'm just happy to get because I got it on DS. I got it on 3DS as well. That one came from my mate Vinny's daughter Nicolette. She's basically kind of got over the 3DS and DS and kind of gave me a lot of stuff knowing that I collect. So very helpful for that and very thankful. And of course, Cooking Mama, pretty fun game. If you ever played the game Overcooked, it's relatively the same kind of principle. Cooking, you really want 2 players. One that can be grabbing the ingredients, the other one that's preparing. Then once that person's grabbed ingredients, you can get that person to cook at the same time as the other person's got it. If you work it out, you can really have a good team. If you've got a good teammate that works well with it. I've got Overcooked and I need a person to help me out with that as well because it's pretty crazy. Now, this next one is quite a rarity for the Xbox 360. It probably is one of the rarer titles on the 360. So I would class it as a heavy hitter, even though it's not that expensive in terms of heavy hitters that I've had. This one here is it normally goes for around about 170, 180 on eBay depending. The last one went, I think that actually got bought by mate Camp Killer on Instagram. He basically bought it for, I think it was 167, I think it was. This one you don't see it come up in New Zealand at all. It's the first time I've ever seen it come up. So My Horse and Me Too, I managed to I tried to do it for 140. He was like, no, because he had it up for 169 and 179 by now. I asked him 140. He didn't respond. Went for 150. He took it at 150. So $157 to get that. I was pretty stoked with that. It is a heavy hitter, and I probably will actually play it at some point because it is an easy 1,000, but it looks pretty bad. Like, it looks really bad. Like, funny part about it is this one's worth 150, but this one here, which is on the Wii, the original, is just worthless. Like, it's worth $2. I got it from Op Shop, and hey, if you see this in an Op Shop for $2, grab it. Grab it indeed. The thing is that you got to watch out for this one though. As I was saying about languages, if you don't see it come up with the Swedish and the English flag down there, it's not in English. Basically, you'll look, I think they came in Italian and Spanish, and all the other ones are not in English. This is the only one. So if you see any other logo other than that, it's not in English. So that's the one you're after. The fact that it's got a general sticker on it cracks me up because this never got a rating in New Zealand. This was basically chucked on by the warehouse, and it's $78.60 at the warehouse. So I think I might keep that on just for quite a funny thing there. But yeah, that's pretty much all my pickups for this week. It was a little bit slim pickings this week just because some items didn't arrive. I won one for $1 and that's kind of not arriving. The person's not emailing back, so I get the feeling that they don't want to sell it at $1 and would rather take the bad feedback. But who knows? I could possibly get it next week. Really hoping I am. Yeah, and I'm basically just trying to get as much as I can for the collection. I've just been basically just been trying to find stuff at the moment. It's very hard to find stuff on Trade Me. Recession is hitting. People are selling. People are still buying up pretty expensive. I really wanted Pokemon Blue, which I need. Came with the Oz rating. I only went up to 560, hoping that it would go lower than that. Actually, I think I went to 610. It went for 660, so it's just so hard. I really want that one for the last one because it's one of the first mainline, the last mainline of the first mainline series that I need. The red, blue, and the yellow. I've got yellow and red. Just need the blue, and that would set me off, I believe. Then I'm just after fire red. There's very specific ones that I'm still after for the Game Boy side of it and the GameCube pretty much, and everything else is just Switch. It's not, and a couple of DS ones, but that's not actually too much. I may actually do a video at one point showcasing all of my Pokemon that I've got so far, but at the moment I'm just trying to work around logistics of YouTube and kind of understanding how it works. It's a little bit of a learning curve, but I'm having a bit of fun. To be honest, I used to watch Last Gamer all the time. He's really the one that got me into collecting massively like this. Like, his collection is insane. I don't actually think Joel does it anymore. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, if for some reason you're on this channel or someone links you to this channel, know that you're an inspiration to me, man. Like, honestly, like, I just love the fact that you completed everything. You got all the collections as best condition as possible. The room layout was amazing. The fact that you just, it's just mind-blowing what you actually had. And the fact that the Guinness World Record got taken over by some other guy that has complete games and some not complete, I would consider your collection the biggest in the world, just for the sheer fact that you had complete with all brochures, all the pamphlets that came with things. You had Neo Geo stuff, you had Jaguar stuff, just some really obscure titles. And hey, I wish you, I mean, not entirely sure if the YouTube is still going, not entirely sure if Joel has sold up or not. There were rumors, but if he hasn't, man, it would just be an amazing thing to see that one day, like to see that collection in person, because he was such an inspiration to me in getting into YouTube and getting into collecting like this. Like, it's definitely snowballed, but it's a fun process. It's expensive, but like I say, all my heart, I thank Joel, like, really getting me into it. Much inspiration, and yeah, absolutely great channel. If you haven't ever seen it, go watch his YouTube channel on and watch his Guinness World Records take. That was quite a few years ago, but it's an insane collection. But then you watch his house build, everything about it is just amazing. So yeah, big inspiration there. But yeah, that's it for this week. Hopefully got some new ones coming in next week. I do have a bundle coming in from Sam Mudway at some point once I pay that off. It's that could be quite a nice little bundle that I'm actually quite looking forward to. But other than that, I've just been basically trying to find stuff off Trade Me and Cash Converters and NZ Retro. So got a few coming in from NZ Retro next week, so hopefully we will, yeah, hopefully next week we got a little bit more than this, but I'm just happy that 360, my horse and mares, struck off the list. Sweet as. You guys have a very good day. I'll see you later.